Welcome back to Coach Talk. Hi, LJ.
Hey, Dave. How are you? Welcome to Coach Talk, everyone.
Wow, this is going to be another, probably a shorter podcast, this one. But I wanted to maybe dive into the concept of what you focus on is what you get.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, me too. So this is something we have talked about and used in our coaching over the years. And I think it's important because alongside the other podcast with being at cause or being in effect, as well as other topics we'll talk about in the future, what you focus on is what you get is pretty much accurate in everything you do in your life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, I love this topic. This is so good. And for those that don't know, Dave's just sprung this on me. Another little gift this close to Christmas. I love it.
So for those that haven't heard our previous podcasts, most of our work is unscripted and we just like to flow and go with it and just see where it takes us. Because I think it keeps it natural and raw, doesn't it, LJ? It makes it...
It's the conversations we have. We love being able to share our awesome conversations with people.
Yeah. You said to me last week, we're just having a conversation. We're just letting other people listen in.
Yep.
It's true.
And it's great when we get the opportunity to talk to more people because the conversation just gets better and better and better.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of scripted conversations, not just in the coaching space, but in other media presentations. And for me, some of them come across a little bit robotic, maybe. So I like the fact that, and I'm repeating myself, I guess, from other podcasts, but I like the fact that we just go with it, press the button, and we go.
Well, it's exactly on point for the topic that energy, well, the way I interpret it is energy flows where attention goes. So whatever we throw our hat in the ring, we're able to just follow it down the stream, down the rabbit hole and see where it leads up. But it's always an awesome journey when we have a great conversation.
It certainly is. So today is what you focus on is what you get. And it won't be a very long podcast, but it just gets people thinking about where you concentrate and what you think about. Because if you think about negativity, if you think about something that you wouldn't want to happen, it will most likely happen. And alternatively, if you think positive thoughts, if you think about taking action and achieving a result or a goal or meeting a deadline or anything else, you will achieve that because you focus on that. The focus is so important with creating those neurons that fire, that we've talked about neurons before, but neurons that fire and get you taking action in that way that you're headed. It can work both ways. So focusing on something that you want to achieve, if you continue to focus on that, you will get that.
Absolutely. Whether you've done archery at school, whether you're like, we live in a rural area, so many of us are taught to do like target shooting and tin cans, driving a car, even at our earliest when we're riding a push bike, and we talked about the push bike in a different context in a different podcast a bit earlier. If you've ever been driving a car or on a push bike, you know that wherever you look, your hands go.
Yeah.
So the energy focus or the expectation of outcome is exactly the same. So wherever you're looking, that's where you're going to go. Yeah. And if you're not looking at a target or at a destination that you can visualize, feel, see, clearly can have that concept within your mind, you've got nothing to aim for.
Yeah.
So you're not going to shoot straight. You're going to just let the will of the wind and the elements just take you and end up wherever. And then we both know people that do that, and then they go, oh, wasn't what I expected and this is not where I wanted to end up. But because they didn't have the strategies or the tools to stay focused to where they wanted to go, and they didn't reach out for help around how do I achieve this, that's where the journey takes them off road. So if I look at a car analogy again, because I don't know, it's so relatable.
Back to the car, yeah.
I love the car. Highways have many off-ramps. And if you don't have a clear direction, you're going to take every off ramp trying to go, oh, is this the way, is this the way, is this the way? And you're going to waste time, energy, and often a lot of money. Whereas we know that if you plan your trip, say, for example, you're planning a holiday, you're doing a driving holiday, you plan your trip of what you're going to pack, normally where the fuel stops are, and where you're going to stop. Once, if you've done the trip a couple of times, you're going to know where the great coffee is. So you plan the destinational outcome for the experience that suits you for what you want to have.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree. How many people have you come across in your life that you've heard them say, I can't do this, or I'll never do this, or I'm never good at that, or they, straight off the bat, they say something which is quite, they convict themselves of what they're saying. So what you focus on is what you get. And I'll never be able to swim. I'll never be able to drive a car. I'll never be able to, I can't cook. I'm the world's worst cook. Where do you think that puts them when they have a mindset like that?
Well, it means that there's no, I can't remember where it comes from, but there's no try. There's only do or don't do.
Yeah.
And if you're already talking yourself out of it before you've even attempted it, you might as well not even attempt it.
Yeah.
What is it? Whether you think you can or you can't, that's right.
It's true. Absolutely. I had a guy from other podcasts, I'm still involved in boxing and high performance athletes, and I had a guy who was an international boxer that I travelled with for many years, and he was a little bit down in his performance overseas, and we were doing 5 countries. And I just said to him, how you going? Walking down the hallway in the hotel one day. And he said to me, oh, I'm okay. And I said, really? He goes, yeah, I'm okay. Oh, good. And I said, ask me how I'm going. And he said, Dave, how you going? I said, I am friggin' awesome. And he said, are you really? I said, I am. Because it's what I'm focusing on. So most people that know me, when they say, hey, Dave, how you going? It's normally, I'm really awesome, thank you. Or I'm epic, or I'm friggin' fantastic, or something like that, because what you focus on is what you get.
Yep.
So I said to him in the same conversation, you are one of our best boxers I've seen in a long time. You've got natural skills and I love watching you go. It's fantastic. And his reply was, oh, I do all right. And that's when I said to him, that's it. That's what's happening at the moment. You've lost a couple of decent international bouts where you should have really done well. Is it because of the way you're languaging things and what you're focusing on? So at the moment, you're telling me you're just all right. And when I said you're one of our best boxers, I just do okay.
Yeah.
So how do we change that? And he said, don't know, what do we do? I said, okay, so what we're going to do from now on, when I see you, we're overseas for another 3 weeks. When I see you and say g'day, I'm going to ask you how you are. And regardless of how you feel, I want you to tell me that you're awesome or you're fantastic. And when I say to you, which I will, I still think you're one of our best boxers I've seen in a long time. Instead of, oh, I just do okay, which it's an Aussie thing too, where they play themselves down a little bit. They don't acknowledge themselves as much as they should. I said, just say thank you. And if you want to add something to that, you can say to me something like, I've worked hard to get to where I'm at.
Yeah.
Changing your focus. So for the next 3 weeks, I would literally walk and find this guy in between training and traveling countries, and I'd walk up and say, hey mate, how you going? And he stepped up, he took action, and we talked about taking action in the last podcast. He stepped up and said, hey Dave, I'm freaking awesome. Thank you. I said, yeah, you look awesome. You are one of my favourite and best boxers. And he would say, thanks. I've worked really hard at doing what I do. 3 gold medals in the next 3 countries.
Wow, that's massive change.
Massive change. So physically he was already there. In a mental space and what he was focusing on, he just needed a bit of a tweak. But the good thing about it is he physically was ready to go. He just had a bit of a mindset imbalance. So in just changing it around to what you focus on is what you get, his performance improved and lifted a lot just on literally it's 15-20 minute conversation.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
That's so good that you're able to have those conversations with him and he can take it on board and and see the change. And we've talked about the light bulb moments before. I'm wondering whether you may see this analogy also in the similar context. Let's bring it back to we all eat.
Yeah.
How many times when you're not really sure about what you want to eat for like breakfast or lunch, and say it's a weekend, you open the fridge and you stand there and you like peruse the fridge, and then you go, oh, I don't know. And then you'll go to the cupboard and you'll open up all the cupboards and you'll just kind of wander aimlessly. And before you know it, there's an hour and a half go by and you've missed your lunch, or your lunch is delayed, versus I really want to have bacon and eggs today, for example, or I really want to have I know you were telling me that Sunday's pancake day. So that anticipation of getting, what am I going to have on my pancakes today? I know I'm having pancakes, big tick. You start to salivate, you start to touch it, visualize it, taste it. The anticipation of the reward for knowing where your focus is makes the wait for it so much better, because you're already so invested in the outcome.
Yeah.
So we do that on a level every day. And then when you put it into that context of high achieving sporting, you need to take that same principle of investing in the desire for the outcome and the hunger for it and the engulfing of it and the feeling of it and the thinking that that is the outcome. You've got to take those small principles of the food analogy and then put it into whether it be work, whether it be family, whether it be high performance. And your example that you just shared with us about the amazing boxer you were just talking to is a perfect example of when you get on board with your own outcome, anything is possible.
Yeah.
Because the word was, I know you've probably heard this too, I love the word I'm impossible, because I break it down to I'm possible.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it. I haven't heard that before. I'm possible.
Really?
No, I haven't heard that. That's something for me today. Great learning.
So anything is possible.
Mm.
Most people will say it's impossible, but it's not. I'm possible.
I like it. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to use that one, if you don't mind, for other people in conversations, and that's
absolutely.
Fantastic.
I got it from somewhere. I wish I remembered where, but it was one of those little things that I went 100%. That was a mindset shift for me the only thing holding me back from any of my dreams and realities is me.
Yep.
Has been that way the whole time.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone can use this. Anyone can create a shift in themselves with what you focus on is what you get by purely changing your focus. How many people have, and I've seen it in a workplace, I've seen it, it's raining outside and someone says, it's raining outside. Oh, this is really terrible. Why is it terrible? And suddenly their mood changes and their demeanour goes down a little bit because it's raining outside. For me, I don't know, I like rain, I like all types of weather, but for me, if it's raining outside, then I'm going to find an umbrella or something that if I need to go outdoors or figure out a strategy that's going to serve me, instead of just focusing on, okay, it's raining outside, so my whole day is now shot to pieces.
Yeah, and I think you've really hit the nail on the head there. It's about knowing that you have adaptable strategies that you can cope with whatever comes your way, because some things we can control and some things we can't.
Yeah.
Being able to distinguish between what's controllable and what's not, and what takes you towards where you want to be and what's taking you away from where you want to be, they're two really important fundamentals.
Yeah, absolutely. If you focus on, or anything really, if you focus on being happy and you really focus on that, generally during your day you will be happy. If you focus on a sense of humour, if you focus on achieving work outcomes, you're going to get that because you're telling your mind that's what you want.
Yeah.
If you focus on a negative side of things, that's what you're going to get.
You tend to get what you expect.
You get what you expect.
Yeah.
What you focus on is what you get.
Yeah.
So it's a short podcast, it's a little one, but it's some thinking for everybody out there that give it a go. And we talk about challenges in our podcasts sometimes.
I've got a challenge.
Yeah, challenge. Yeah.
We do love our challenges.
Yeah.
So my challenge this week, just to help you think outside the square a little bit on focus, first of all, happiness is the way we travel. It's never the destination. So if you want to have the greatest experience, look for ways to make it a great experience.
Yeah.
But my challenge this week, if I can, especially for those beautiful, shy people who, like to say hello to people, like to meet new people, but they're a little bit reserved. You and I can walk down the street and then say hello. We tend to meet people wherever we go, which is fantastic. We have amazing conversations with our beautiful cafe staff wherever we end up for coffee when we catch up. My challenge this week is I would love our beautiful listeners to challenge themselves to say hello to people in 10 different ways, and they're not allowed to use the same way twice.
That's a challenge.
But it's a great challenge because the outcome is about saying hello and making a new connection. That's your goal. The focus is how many different ways and how many strategies can I elicit and can I find through my language and my connection with people to achieve the outcome, but without repeating the step.
Yeah, I like it. What will they get out of that? What do you think they'll achieve? If they can say hello to 10 different people or 10 different ways, what will it give them?
It's going to help you see that you are more resourceful than you think.
Yeah.
That there's 10 different ways to get to one outcome.
Yep.
And you can have a little bit of fun broadening your thinking.
That's a good thing about coaching is you can have fun while you are trying something new. It's all about fun. It's not about being serious and, can I do this and can I not? Have fun with the challenges that we give you and give it a go, because at the end of the day, if you have fun with it, you will continue to do it.
100%.
Yeah.
The more fun is, I guess, a staple, and that's why it's the first 3 letters of fundamental.
You got so many things to bring out today.
I know.
It's fantastic.
I'm really full of it today, aren't I?
You're doing really well. So there's our podcast. What you focus on is what you get. And I think that it's an important one for us. So feel free to jump on the website and leave some feedback if you like about what you think with that. Our website is, LJ?
It is www.coachtalk.com.au, and please drop us a line and let us know how this challenge has really opened you up and extended your ability to just say hello to someone, because I would love to know if you find it as fun as we do.
We'd love to hear from you. So, yeah, please touch base, say good day, and we will be in touch and talk to you at the next podcast.
Amazing. And thank you again to everybody that's already reached out and is already having amazing conversations with us. We love the feedback. We really love the feedback.
We love the feedback.
We do.
Thanks, LJ.
Take care, Dave.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.